Hello guys, this is Mad Mike here, Yamaha GYT Racing 21, and today I'm going to show you how to disassemble a Ruger Redhawk. This is a 357 Magnum. Pretty nice gun. Okay, so what you want to do is, first things first, make sure it's unloaded. Okay. Then there's a flathead screw right here. So you want to lay down a towel to protect the surface of your gun. Anyways, take this flathead screw out right here. So that's the other side. Okay, now there's a disassembly pin right here. Now this pin is for when you pull this hammer back, put it between this rod right here and this arm. It takes pressure off the spring, well, off the assembly. What makes Redhawks different is this piece right here. The Rugers and I think the Super Redhawks. No, not Super Redhawks. Anyways, the Rugers, maybe a Super Redhawks, I'm not sure. They have the arm with the spring it goes right here. This disassembly is a little different. So what you want to do is cock your hammer back, take this pin right here, insert it in there. Then you want the pin to be halfway through. Let the pressure off the hammer. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to pull this pin out right here. I just use a little nail. You can use a punch too if you want to. All you gotta do is just push it out. Okay, make sure you don't lose your parts. Now what you want to do is, see this little hooking mechanism right here? You gotta pull this up and kind of work with the trigger a little bit too. Pull it all the way back to unhook it. A little tricky. Alright, so after you get your little hook out right there, just pull it out through. That right there. Okay, there's a little pin right there. Make sure you don't lose it. It'll just fall right out. See right there it is. Now it holds your spring arm in. Now all you gotta do is take this, pull it out a little bit, free it from the bottom here, until a little bit off to the side. Just like that. Okay, now next thing you need to do, see this little pin right here? Just take this, flip it upside down, and just hook it in that pin. Then, after you hook it in the pin, pull it straight up, and pull your trigger off at the same time. And now you just open your wheel, pull it straight out. And that's how you disassemble a Ruger Redhawk. Now for the reassembly, all you gotta do is just take this wheel, slide it back in, slide it back in this hole right here. Okay, snap it in. Now this trigger right here, you got your two pieces right here. Okay. Now what you want to do is slide it in the bottom. Okay, now when you slide it in the bottom, you want that flat piece right there to ride over top these two pieces up here. See that flat piece right there? Yeah. Okay, now after you get that in there right there, snap the front part of your trigger in first. There's a little ball and spring right there. Then take your little spring arm right here, pull it back through. Then all you gotta do is pull your lever back and snap your trigger in. Just like that. Okay. Now, this part can be a little tricky. Anyways, I don't know if you can see it in there, but you see that little arm way down at the bottom, okay? At the very bottom right here. Anyways, your spring has to be on that. If you don't get your spring on that, the spring won't work right. So what you gotta do is insert your spring. Now, like I said, it's a little tricky to do this. It's not too bad. Okay, now see how I got spring that slid on there? Okay, you just want to look down in there and make sure your spring's on there. It's kind of hard to see if it's on there or not, but I know it's on there because I got it on there. Okay, now what you need to do is take your hammer and slide this straight down here, and you want to hook your spring right there. Oops. See how I'm about ready to hook it? Now just wiggle around, get it hooked in there. It's kind of tricky at first, see, and I got it hooked in there, and I'll just pull her back and let the hammer fall down with it. Okay. Okay, now we got that hooked on. Now I'll show you the next step here. Alright, so after you got, like I said, got your hook put on here, you want to snap your hammer in. Just get her worked in there. I find it easier that it's easier just to hold down the hammer and pull your trigger back a little bit. Then it should be locked in. Take your pin on this side, slide it down through here. Wiggle your hammer up a little bit so your pin slides through. Okay, now see what that's doing right there? That means I didn't get that spring on that pin. So let me disassemble it back apart real quick, then I'll show you what to do. If you don't get your spring on the pin, then here's what it'll do. You won't be able to get the tension on the spring. So give me 1 second. Okay, I got her back on. A good way to tell if you got your spring on that pin back there is pull your trigger back while you're holding it and see if you can see the spring actuate it. If you can push it forward and it resets the trigger, then you got it. Okay, so let me get the hammer back on here and I'll show you what else to do. Okay, so also remember to put your pin right here. Now when you got everything on, you should be able to cock the hammer, and that pin right here that we installed will fall out. Well, you gotta pull it out. Anyways, let your hammer release back up, and that's how you disassemble a Ruger Redhawk. If there's anything else you want to know about this gun, just put a message or a comment up there, and I'll answer it if I can. It's all nice and clean. Just cleaned it up. Nice gun, very nice looking. So put your handles back on too. and your pin slides right in here. Put those screw in there. That is your Ruger Redhawk. So this is Yamaha GRT Racing 21. And have a good day.